right, we're going live. There it is. We
Fucking
live.
Chippy.
Gotta scoot a little bit. Welcome, everybody.
What's up?
Got CaptCook back on this thing again. Took me a long time to find him, but I found him.
I was lost, but now I'm found.
Welcome. Appreciate you wanting to hang out with us.
Not a problem, brother. Not a problem.
Squish, she said the chicken will be there. I'm looking a little bit at chat, but TDR, OG in the house, welcome. Jones RC, Jim, John RC Fun.
Cut that tablet off.
Everybody here, Vampire.
Jones RC, what's up? What's up? Sinister, what's up? Jim,
Like
Mike, fun. Night Train, John RC Fun.
Squish said you couldn't start before you finished dinner, Chris. It's all good.
I said, I think everybody here remembers Neal. Squish, I don't think Holy Squish does, but everybody else should. So, Vampire, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Vampire was around before. But we've been talking anyway. Neal has been killing it on the 3D printing side. This guy's got like a 3D printing wall instead of quads.
Yeah.
How many printers do you have now?
6.
That's all?
Don't tempt me. Creality just came out with a new V2, so don't tempt me.
Uh-oh. Chuck it. Michael
Chuck
McMahon.
it. What's up, Chuck? Thomas
Yeah,
Gertis.
some of the stuff I've seen you printing, man, wow. It's like top notch, like killing it.
Well, of course, I started out like Chris did as well, and Chris is still FDM printing. Love it, man, love it. But I got into the LCD, SLA printing, man, and that shit's just blowing my mind. The detail these things do. There's a lot more work that goes into it, but man, right. It's well worth it. It just blows my mind. I mean, how these things work. I mean, even the FDM printers, with filament, and it's hard to believe that, years ago, it's hard to believe that we can afford things like these now,
Right.
I've got a $150 King Rune KP3 sitting over here, just a little $150 printer that just knocks it out the ballpark. It's a wonderful little printer. I thought when I bought it, okay, I'll give it a try. Not one issue with it. It sets over and I have to clean the cobwebs off of it, and then I print on it. And the thing does wonderful. But
Thomas Gertis, Bob Biker, welcome.
Bob, my brother Bob, what's up, buddy?
But that crab that you did, man, you could paint that and set that in a bushel crab, throw some seasoning on it. People, boy, obviously he's live, but you could paint him like he was actually steamed and put him in a basket. That thing would look real.
Well, I started airbrushing it, and that's before I got, of course, I started out with a cheap airbrush, and so I kind of moved up. I didn't go real high dollar with the airbrush, but I got a good a Neo, and the difference between that cheap airbrush and the one I got now is freaking night and day. So I tried painting him and kind of screwed it up a little bit, but it's paint, so you can paint over it. But yeah, that crab did turn out good. That was
dude, that was on point.
I mean,
that's why what you showed me earlier, I asked you, did you print it, dude? Because I wasn't texting me. It's like, holy cow! It looks like you're pressing it, not printing it.
I wish I could have printed that one.
Got them dialed
but
in.
No, hey, don't give up yet. It's not too late. I'm researching.
I hear you. But yeah, it's been fun. Like I said, I still use mine. I'm actually I used to print these laying like this, and this is how the guy, when he created it, it comes on your bed, laying like this. Yeah. Well, it was making like 2 pieces across here, and that's where I tear it every time. So I went in and put it like this, and then just did tree supports, and oh man, it prints so much solid, and everything on point now. Like I haven't ran it and run it into nothing yet, but I can just feel it in my hand. It's going to hold up so much better
Yep.
on it.
Yeah, and sometimes what files you download, their supports and the way they've got it oriented, it's not the best, you know.
Right.
And these creators that make these things, they want to know that, hey man, it works better in this position, oriented like this, and they appreciate hearing feedback that helps them along.
That's what I said I want to go back and do, and I think he would definitely appreciate it because you have to. I see a little bit of stringing under here and on the top here, so I could just add generate some more supports and more or less would stop that. But so much better, like down like this, unbelievable solid on the feet there. So
and that's that TPU. You're doing TPU there?
Yes, TPU.
Now TPU is a funny animal, and I'm gonna tell you, I got it.
Greg, welcome.
Greg, what's up, buddy? And what I've done, I've actually went to on my my Creality CR10 Mini. I've gone to a direct drive, which I've taken the Bowden tube out of it, and actually gone with a CNC extruder. And let me tell you, man, world of difference when you go to printing TPU, and that's why I got it for, to do TPU, Ninja Flex, stuff like that.
Oh God, you're printing a really great stuff.
Yeah, so retraction counts a lot in that. When you got a long Bowden tube, and that taking that pressure off, putting it back and forth, that soft material doesn't, so it works good with everything I got, and I think I got it dialed in, but it'll fail tomorrow, I'm sure.
Merrill 3DR Solo Fly Motto, welcome.
DW, Dan. What's up, Dan?
MMR, is that what?
There's somebody. Michael McReynolds. Hey, brother. Good to see you, man.
Thomas said he didn't print that 3D crab. Neal actually trained it to stand still more.
Yeah.
Hey, that crab talked to that dog. That crab already knew. RC Onyx Tuesday, welcome. I probably messed that name up. Welcome.
John, just a few watches.
Next Tuesday.
RCU next Tuesday. Okay, now but that sounds right when you say it like that. Sorry about that, but I chop everybody's name up. Appreciate all you stopping in. Jeff Freestyle, welcome. Yeah, I've been a little bit absent, faded back a little bit. I'm still here though, still flying, just ain't putting much footy up. I have tons of footy on SD cards over here. Like I said, been talking back and forth with Neal, and just thought, we used to do hangouts all the time, and I was like, let's get together, do one. I figured on a Saturday it was easier for him if he was working or in Crystal or whatnot. So yeah, here we are. We used to do this. How many shows did we do together?
150 some, 100,
right, 150
close to 150. Yeah.
150 some shows into it. Yeah, it was some good times.
It was the good old days.
But yeah, we all wanted something, and then we all went our separate ways. So it's good to have you back here on the panel. It's awesome. I can't guarantee this happens every week, guys. Like I said, it's just a hangout. Not trying to push him back off into the drones. He does his own fish on Friday. Check out his channel. I think that's pretty cool. You into all that stuff now. The 3D printing, like I said, you just become.
And I'm jealous.
I know nothing about 3D printing no more, man. You know like the tech side of that stuff now. You got like that stuff figured out, like I did the drones and the building and stuff, and that's cool to see progression like that. I really like.
Oh yeah, you got. If you're going to get into something, get into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't go in half-ass. If you're going to whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's making candles or whatever, don't go half-ass. I don't think. I know myself and yourself. We're not going to do anything half-assed. We're going to get into it. I mean,
no, when you guys jump into something, it's always been head first and look out. Whatever you put your minds to, you were going to do.
Exactly. So you got to kind of. Yeah, that's Dana, my wife. She says the same thing. When I get into it, brother, I'm into it. So,
Well, I did it, y'all. Well, everyone knows that. I just like
Yeah,
one
like
full-on
DW said
crack on this thing.
something about the wall earlier today because I blamed him for me spending
I've
a
actually,
ton of money back in the day.
And I slowed down a lot here lately. Like I said, I run just 3 main rigs now. To keep three consecutive rigs, they're identical. To keep them things running, I'm telling you, it is a hard challenge. And I don't even have time for the rest of the quads on the wall just because of that right now. And it's just like, I get one running, we go to Ilchester. I don't know what was in me up there. It was like I just started flying that weekend. I don't know what was going on. I guess the whole seeing the whole everything, taking everything in at one time, and then I flew, smacked the church wall. It just pushed my VTX back into the flight controller, across motors 1 and 2, done. Wiped the whole quad. I got the motors are good. Well, so far I think the motors are good. I'm waiting on the ESC for it, but yeah, it was terrible. Tore the whole quad up. There you go. Check them printers out. Yeah, Crystal was just like tonight. Do you know that one prints upside down? I'm like, oh yeah, thing's pretty cool.
yeah. So, yeah, these print upside down. And you kind of, man, it screws your mind up, Okay, well, I got to flip it. Okay, I know you're doing it now. Yeah.
That is cool. Like when you showed me that one, how it looked like it was like pounding sand, and it was just,
that's what it is, pounding sand. That's what it's doing. Yeah.
that's pretty bad. And like, what's it like? Use like, I mean, I've seen like the advertisements for it, but it just like holds together like.
Well, it uses 405 nanometer resin, and it's a UV light. It's a light under it, and the UV cures the resin, each layer. So me and you print at our average is 0.02 layer height.
Right.
Excuse me, 0.2 layer height. This thing at its maximum that I print with is a 0.05. And that's thin as a human hair.
Jeez.
So you're talking a 6-hour print, 1,200 layers that it does.
Nice. So
But that's what a detail, and you can lower it down, but that's what a detail is so fine because the layers are so thin on it.
Now, does it take just as much time, longer, less?
Well, everything to do with that depends on height. More layers, more time. So you can think, or each layer takes 8 seconds. Some things are quicker on the resin printer than they are the FDM printer because it doesn't have to do all this.
Yeah, it just does. Okay, it just has like a light and kind of just hits this layer, drop,
one layer. Yeah, it's not a bunch of travel. So the only thing we've got X, Y, and Z on the FDM printers. On those printers, you've only got X. That's the only thing that moves. I mean Z. Z is the only thing you got up and down.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, up and down.
So you got all these movements on these other printers that are. You got your Z, you got your X, and you got your Y.
Difficult to line everything else.
It's moving.
Earl RC, Alvin, welcome.
Alvin, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Merle says I have some 3D leg extensions and gimbal lock. Yeah, I remember when I was printing them for the 3DR. 3DR leg extenders and gimbal lock.
So John said, RC Fun Diversion said, this world, in this crazy effed up world right now, tonight just got a little bit brighter, but of course it could be a little bit better with Captain having some eggs and Chris having some cheese.
No cheese, no.
And no black eggs for me, thank you.
Actually, when I flew the Tyro today, John, the 129. So they say it catches fire, and I've read a lot of things about them saying it. So it's rated for 5S. So I took it out today, and I flew 6S packs through it. I was like, this thing's gonna catch fire. We're gonna do it, and it did. It performed very well. Flew really good. So you could definitely run 6S on them. Now, I put HQ 6x4x3 V1Ss on it, 6-inch props, flew perfect. I put the Dow 7x4x3s on it. It flew. Actually, it felt like just more bite in the air, wider prop and stuff. And then I put HQ 7x4x3 biprops on it. Man, that thing was, I couldn't believe it. But my GoPro, where do I got it? Here it is. So I cracked the lens on the GoPro, and this is what I had in my old one. And I took you guys can see it. There you go. So I peeled the outer lens off of it. No, it's blurry. It's like looking in a magnifying glass long ways away. You're trying to look at something. So all the footage is like real blurry. But yeah, I had fun flying that thing today on 6S. That thing runs 6S. So run it, burn it. I did add another cap, so I guess you may want to add another cap if you want to run yours in 6S. Plummet, welcome.
So Plummet.
So you can print like on that printer. You can't do like mounts like this, right? Because does it do TPU or just hard filament?
Actually, there is a flexible filament.
Wow,
yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. That would be cool if they had a clear container that you could see that stuff being done inside. Is that possible?
Yeah, well, actually, when you print, and I've got some, when you do clear resin, you can look down in it when the plate gets up high enough, and you can see the UV light popping through as it's printing.
Okay.
But the clear is a little finicky. You got to watch your. You can't expose it too much because it'll turn yellow. So you got to get it. If you want it crystal clear, you got to. And that's I printed with it. Shit turned yellow. I tried to do a crystal skull. It was yellow, and I found out, hey, I'm putting too much UV to it, and it's yellowing it.
Huh. That's crazy. So just the UV light and all that stuff. So yeah, it is another. I guess that's like a notch up from more or less having just this type of printers.
No, I wouldn't think so, because I'm gonna tell you why. Now, there's a lot more to FDM printing, a lot more to it. Filament. There's if you go into a Cura and pull up all of you've got over probably 1,000 settings that can be changed. And on these resin printers, there's not a whole lot you can change on.
Huh. I gotcha.
FDM printing with filament is a lot more complicated. The only thing with resin printing is more work. Post print, after the print, the cleaning, the curing, the painting, and all that crap.
Gotcha.
But no, with our original, what we started doing is much harder.
A lot of people got into them. I mean, a whole lot of people got into doing the whole printing thing. And I still run my same two. They run good. My one buttons are finally getting more out onto it, but it'll still print and knock a print out the park. So I could do better, dial it in and get all nerdy on it and do this and do that and all that. Those mats that you sent me, they're beautiful. Like when I started printing the solo lids, I printed one, and from me printing on, it puts like you really can't see it with your eyes, but there's like, grooves or something in there. So when I print that lid, it lays out hot PETG down there. It just does it. So then when I pop it off, it looks like a whole bunch of scratches on the lid. I'm like, what the heck is that? So I peeled it off and put the third, because remember it came 3 in a pack. I put that one down there and printed it.
Yeah.
Perfect, man, like glass. I'm like, nice.
Yeah. And that's what I've done to all my printers. I've done glass on all of them.
Okay. I'd like to do that.
Yeah. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I got glass on all mine now, and
Gotcha.
they wear out as well. They'll start wearing out. So now, I mean, on my CR10 Mini, when I got it, I printed dead on the glass. I didn't use anything. Now I'm having to put hairspray on it to get it to the hole. Yeah.
Hairspray on the glass, and that's what I thought. So does that still, like, if you spray hairspray down for it to adhere, does that still give it that nice smooth glass finish?
It will, yes. Yeah. But sometimes if you wait too long to take the print off, it'll pull the hairspray layer up with it.
Oh, okay, I got what you're saying.
So that's one reason I got the glass, for that nice smooth, smooth bottom on it. But now I put a little bit of hairspray on it. I got to get a hammer and a chisel to get it off. the next day after it's cooled off. So,
I hear you. I hate prints that do that.
yeah.
Thomas said, so how is the level resin smells with them running, Cap?
I have no issues. It doesn't bother me at all. The smell, I don't smell it. It doesn't bother me at all. Of course, I'm in a pretty big place here, but some people have problems with resin. I don't have any issues with it. I mean, I don't. It gets on my skin. I wipe it off. I don't smell it.
Gotcha.
It'll probably kill me in a year, but hell, I don't smell it.
Plummet says, I got TPU and PLA down. You're on a whole different level. I know, man. I would probably freaking pull my hair out messing with some of that stuff.
Well, that's how you go. PLA. You got to do TPU. Then you got to do PETG. You got to do that.
Mess with all them and then step up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Then but you start getting into nylon and Ninja Flex, and there's so many.
I've heard that Ninja
filaments.
Flex is really interesting stuff to mess with.
Real hard to print, I heard.
It is hard to print. Very expensive, hard to print, and you've got to have direct drive. You can't push that through a Bowden tube. It just won't happen. Any retraction at all, you'll be knotted up.
Just gets it knotted right up. Because mine is direct feed, but I have to have a spacer in there because if not, it wants to slide out. And that stuff, man, I've actually seen it at the M4 place we're at. That stuff is, you guys think TPU is soft. This stuff is just like,
It's like a rubber band.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like
it's like picking up a freaking wet spaghetti noodle. I mean, it's just that flimsy and like hard to work with, like unbelievable. I never tried to print with it, and I don't plan on ever trying it. But that stuff's crazy to print with, for sure.
Merle, have you ever tried printing a battery cover for a mod battery on a 3DR Solo? Yeah. Show him one, Chris. Yeah.
I actually, if you're I know you know Drone Workshop, Merle. So I'm actually the guy that Dan taught me prints the lids. These are the ones that actually I told you come out scratched up. This one's actually smooth. But yeah, here's the lid, and it's in PETG. Look, wait a minute, let me wipe this off. Neal's a professional now. I gotta make this thing look good. But yeah, it's the extended lid. Locks on there real well. I have one right here. I could show you. It locks down. I've sold 3 or 4 of these lids already, actually.
Yep. Hey, you still got your 3DR Solo?
Yes, sir.
So do I.
Can't let this thing go nowhere.
I don't let shit go nowhere.
And it just sets in and locks right on down. Maybe. There you go.
Thomas said, don't forget, Chris, he's looking at that print too.
I know, Thomas. Thomas has been easy on me, though. I saw Cap look at it. He's like, see what this guy's learned. Nothing. I still go in the door and hold my beer right at the end. Drone.
What's up, brother? See you, man.
I keep telling Crystal one day I'm going to just either do the battery mod or get Dan to do it for me and then take old girl out for a rip. Because my luck, if I take it out, it would just do it. And that would suck holding on to it for all these years. Take it out and the battery brown out. Yeah. So, yeah, still got her. Still got my Unique, my Inspire. I still got all my camera birds.
Yep.
Probably better off setting that there. End up breaking. But this is the one here that turned out with that look like scratches on it. Yeah, see it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the thing with those beds like that. And one reason I switched to glass on mine is after a lot of printing, that aluminum bed, it'll start warping.
Right.
So you put that glass bed on, you're not gonna warp glass.
My email. Right. I'll get Crystal to hit you with my email, Merle. Hit me up, no problem at all.
And I also, Chris, stopped using springs on my bed. I don't use springs anymore. I actually printed my own out of TPU to take place of the springs, so I never have to level my bed anymore. You can't knock it out of whack, and it's set in stone now. I don't ever have to level it anymore. And I just on a whim, I made them up. I got some measurements and went in Tinkercad, made them up, and put them on and leveled it out, and I never have to level it anymore.
So I thought about that. So I sat here many nights looking at mine, and you can see how I got. It's the two wide plates that ride, and then you got your plate that attaches to that. You can see that if you took once it's completely level, took like say a block and made that block fit perfectly in there. I thought about that. I said, why couldn't you just permanently mount that bed and not have those springs? Thinking to myself. So that does work. Then you could actually lock it in, as long as your printer and all mounted to the table. I'd imagine, right?
Yeah.
Make sure everything's rigid, and then lock it in, and then you don't have to
not touch it again. And you can buy those things, and they're silicone. I said, well, let me try this TPU because it's a little flexible.
Yeah, it works. I know it works like that because I've printed.
It worked good.
For drones.
And I messed around with it, got it dialed in, and put it on my CR10.
Welcome.
I can drop a car battery on that plate, take it off, and it's still level.
Damn. You're going to have me looking into that. Now, mine don't, so I could like print, I don't know. I'm conscientious about it myself anyway. Like I'll print probably after like 3 prints. I'll just home it and, do all that stuff. And I'm just always leveling it myself. But, yeah, that would be so much better not having to worry about leveling that. I think you would get better prints too, right? I mean, because it's consistent then, right?
You'd be more consistent, yeah. Because once you get it level and those things lock in, and you could actually, if you're afraid of the thing spinning, put a nylock or a lock nut on it.
Okay.
But shit, you couldn't. I mean, my shit's not moving now. And it's just something I tried. I said, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll go back to the springs. I'll be good to go. But it works. And I designed these myself.
That's cool.
I didn't have to buy them because if I'd have bought them, they wouldn't have worked because I actually stole my measurements from what they were selling on Amazon and took my measurements. It didn't work.
Right.
So I designed my own and dialed in my own measurements in Tinkercad and made my own shit. It works like a champ.
That's what I like. So I like having Thingiverse there. It does. In a way, I think it makes makers lazier because then you don't have to do Tinkercad and all that and learn all that stuff. Yeah. But it's nice to have there, and I really think it's cool. But I don't know, when you take and make something that you really need and make it and, something for your house, that's what I think is really, really cool about having a printer in your house.
Well, it gets boring, taking stuff off of Tinkercad or My Mini Factory or Cult or whatever. It gets boring. So when you make something that whatever it is, a paper towel holder or I made my wife tore the handle off the dryer.
Yeah,
I made a new handle for the dryer to open the door up. I could not believe it. Looks like it was made for it.
It's still
I did it in a cleared PETG, and it kind of whited out and looked like it was snapped right on. That shit makes you feel good when you do, and it's, you can do all kinds of cool stuff on, but there's a lot of stuff in there that you can use.
Right. If y'all keep seeing us look that way, it's because the monitor's that way. I got the camera here. So I kind of look at the camera. It's or not the camera, but
Chris
the
had to
monitor.
experiment tonight with the new setup.
Yeah, I tell her she's always back there in the corner. I was like,
I like being in my corner.
Up beside me here. Put you on the front line.
No. No.
But it's nice that everyone's stopping in. Really appreciate you. It doesn't show you the count. Oh yeah, it does. 12. Cool. I'm new to the StreamYard thing. I'm lost on it. Man, I remember Google Hangouts. Why'd they take it away?
That's probably the worst thing that's ever happened.
I know that was the bomb.com, boy.
Dana Cook. Hey, y'all.
Miss Dana, welcome. The Bebop 2.
Earl Alvin getting a Bebop too.
The parrot, the parrot
He
always
said
had
it should be at the mailbox.
nice. Parrot always did have a nice platform going on there.
Oh yeah. Parrot makes. They've always had nice stuff. You know, I still got my what's it called, the Parrot Swing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, look, I pointed up there. It's out here in the hall now.
Yeah.
I still got mine too.
Yeah.
Hey, I had no idea about that thing until I got it. You're like, take that thing out there and fly it like an airplane. I went that one time in that field, and I tell you what, I went through like 3 batteries. I had the most time of my life with that thing.
It is fun to fly.
It would lose every now and again. It would like lose, I guess, with the controller, so it would just stop and hover itself.
Yeah.
But man, when that thing was moving, Crystal Russell was amazed. I'd take that thing straight up. That thing, it was crazy flying.
Barrel rolls and loops, man. Yeah, that thing's fun as all get out.
I can't believe that you could do it with that.
I guess I have to move over a little bit more this way.
Why?
John said he can't see my face because of the MD95 TSI sign. That sucks.
Tell her, John. She's back there hiding.
And yeah, Brian, we stayed open. We were essential, so. And I know Neal's been working the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, Plum. That's what I said, man. I thought about it. It's like no need to be mad at somebody forever. Like that's stupid. Especially the stuff we're going through now, the freaking COVID, the riots. It's just like there's too much ugly in the world. It's like, and it was just nothing really. He didn't come up here and shoot my windows out or anything. It was just
Hold this.
like I said. So yeah,
Jim
cool.
told me I had to put a pillow under my butt.
Yeah, she can raise her chair up a little bit. There she goes. She got a raise now. Now she might be taller
Is
than
that
me.
better?
Yeah.
Now, yeah, perfect. See, now you're level with me too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I go back at my
Got a
corner
raise.
again?
All right, Bob. Work right through it, man.
Fruit baskets. What the hell? Brian said Google Hangouts is still there and working.
It does. It's still there and working.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought
But you just can't. Well, Google Hangouts is just something. I guess YouTube decided, we're not going to use it anymore. People are having too much fun with it.
Okay.
Hey, Jim. Nice to see you.
So, Jim, hey, Chris, how you doing down there?
I'm the short one in the bunch anyway, so I mean, I'm used to being hidden.
But yeah, like I said, I've been running the RC cars here lately too, getting more into them. They're fun. Because I had the stuff laying out here in the hallway. It was, needed some work. One would need a motor. One would need this. One would need that. I got this buggy here, and I actually ordered some servos. I actually tore the servo out of it already. The steering servo is like done. it just kind of clicks around, but it's fun to go from the air to the ground. And I got a Revo, that thing. I'm telling you, Josh. I want to wait to see Josh's footage. He was chasing it this past weekend, and man, he was just watching that thing just go ripping up that parking lot. He's got that quad like this, and he's just chasing it. That is freaking beautiful right there. Crystal had some pictures of it, but she'll never share none of her pictures. She got into photography, bought her a nice big fancy camera, and never shares the pictures.
Sorry.
All right, Thomas. Good to see you, brother.
Appreciate you, Thomas. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Is there a hobby store around Ocean City?
Not that I know of.
No, I don't know.
Most of the hobby store that I know of is in Easton. That one we went to. That.
Yeah, they had one in Berlin, John, that you might be talking about. Right there in the town of Berlin. I used to get nitro parts from there. But no, we got some off of eBay. They got the ones on there. There's like 4 of them for $53. I read the reviews. Everybody says they're decent, so like go with it. But yeah, my Revos, I got to get the 1/8 scale or 1/16 scale thing. Those Traxxas servos are trash. Turn around and love my drones. Welcome. Turn around.
Ed. What's up, brother?
got 2 of those new, and they didn't last no time, did they? No time at all.
No.
Those tractions are like junk. Tigger's helmet with his Tommy G. Tommy gun. So what's everybody else been up to? Flying, printing, riding.
Bob's been working.
Working.
saw-
Bob's are
Yeah,
working.
he said his new
Bob's
hobby is
always-
working.
Bob's always working. This is Bob's season.
Yeah, it's Bob's season. It starts getting cold. Bob's got to be trapping and
Squish that Ed Steele. I saw actually before we went live, they went and raided a car dealership and stole a bunch of Dodge Hellcats.
what?
Yeah,
So what? Hubcaps.
Hellcats.
Oh, I thought you said hubcaps. So what? Are they living in the freaking 70s? I didn't know they make hubcaps anymore.
Not like back in the 1950s
That was the Cali
where they
ride.
would steal the
Yeah.
hubcaps. They're taking the whole damn car.
Yeah,
now.
they're taking the whole car now.
Yeah.
They ain't even messing around with the rims.
Man, somebody stole my damn hubcaps.
My damn, with the spinning ones too.
Them center lines. I had them center line hubcaps. Somebody took them.
Yep. That was crazy though. Like what?
Got a few rounds through my Taurus G2C. Hey, I got one of them, Jim. Surprise, surprise. On the farm.
I hear you, Jim. Sighting her in. Getting her ready for that nonsense. Hopefully, you don't have to go through none of it.
Jim said, my ears are ringing.
We go places, but we stay clear of like all that stuff
Yeah.
because I wouldn't stop. Like, they jump out in the middle of me in the street.
Well-
I'm running them over. You already know.
No, I'm sorry. The places we go, there's not going to be any looters or protesters because
not
they're not going to be hiking on trails in the first place. They're not going to be out in the country. It's one time that I can actually for sure say I'm glad I live in the country.
Yes.
It sucks to work where I work because, yeah, I do worry about things like that. Our protests have been peaceful. But, Neil, I got to say I'm jealous. I've not been able to be at the beach because Ocean City's gotten quite violent.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, we out here in the country. We had a protest. It was one guy. He was out there by himself, you know.
Like here. So that's what you'll see here. You'll see one person. They'll throw
No,
some signs out in their
it
yard.
was like
That's about it.
you've
In
got
Salisbury,
the
they
one
get there.
with the sign, and then you've got the ones over by the college right now.
Yeah, they honk the horn and just protest the peaceful protest.
They are the peaceful protest. Ocean City has become violent. In the last week, there's been a stabbing, multiple huge fights. They've been blocking the roads, beating on people's cars. So I just absolutely refuse to go down there at all. It sucks.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, well, I'll leave that one alone. You start beating on I've watched some videos, people getting their windows beat out, and
Nonsense.
it's crazy. It is.
It's worth just turning around probably. I get some of them probably can't get to turn around because they went down too far, but I would have to turn around because I don't see myself sitting there letting them beat on my windows and bang on my car because I know foot on gas equals about 140 some horse. I don't know, that thing maybe have more than that Magnum, but she down there, she gonna scoop and dig.
My truck don't have reverse. That bitch knows forward.
Bob said he's protesting wearing clothes. I'm with you on that one.
Bob's probably naked right now. Bob's probably naked right now watching us.
More than likely.
That's kind of creepy.
You know he is. with his bird singing to him. With Skippy all over him.
Hadn't had riots in Detroit. Now that is odd.
Yeah, that's where Joe's from, and man, he said
He
when
said
they
in Detroit they
play.
tear gas them before they get violent.
he said they'll come in just arrest the whole crowd. I said that's what they need to do. You know, they know don't play games up there because here's the thing: why are you gonna go around and destroy your own town? Like, not fair to go destroy anyone else's, but I'm saying it's not the people that live there that's doing it. It's these people that are coming in from like the people in the country don't have nothing, they don't see nothing. Trust me, I live in the country. You see nothing out here. When this stuff happens, they run to that stuff. You know, get out there and get to be purging or whatever you want to call it or whatnot. And it's like you said, you see it on the weekends, it picks up. On the weekdays, it slows down because they all have to go back to work. So they're gonna know when they're at work, and that guy comes up and goes, such and such, because they mugshot all them people, and they end up going by and arresting them all. They had Baltimore riots. They tore that place to pieces. They went around and made us over 1,000 arrests after it was over with. So they eventually catch them.
There was cameras looking at everybody.
Everybody, exactly.
No matter what
not
you
only
do.
that, people are not thinking, and the stuff that they're rioting and looting. Okay, they broke into a Nike clearance outlet. So the next thing you know, all these new Nike shoes are going to be all over Facebook Marketplace, all around that area. Well, the cops are watching.
It was terrible they did that store. Well, any store that they go into, they trash it. But yeah, I'm with Bob. It's a whole political thing. Because look, you see the news and the Democrats and all those people are like praising it and stuff. Not trying to get no Democrat-Republican war. I don't do that. I just stay off that page. But it seems like they're just like allowing them to do it. What is it? No, Seattle, Washington. The mayor says allowing that you can't stop it. It's their right or something. It's like, no, don't do that. That's what the Baltimore lady did, and they really destroyed that place.
No, Seattle is the place that has the autonomous 6-block area that they invited the homeless into, and then the homeless stole all their food. So then the people in the autonomous city who want nothing at all to do with the United States had to beg for food.
Help. Glad to fly drones and
Yeah, just leave all that shit alone.
Yeah, dude, because that's retarded to be out there in that mess, just running through and doing what they're doing. And the closest it's got here was Ocean City. They beat some guy up on the boardwalk, but that's still half hour from us.
Yeah, they can stay down that way.
Yeah, they can definitely stay there.
I think down in Wilmington, which is south of me, protests. I mean, when it started, a few issues, but now it's peaceful. Every day they do it. Every day they're on the courthouse steps, the federal courthouse steps. It's peaceful, and they had a curfew, but they lifted the curfew now. But they abided by the curfew every night, and it's peaceful. And they do it every day, and they have a permit to do it. They did it the legal way. They went and got a permit to do this, and every day, and that's the way you do it,
Exactly, and that's like, for instance, like we got the COVID thing, and then look at what the flood did to Michigan, tore that place up, and then you got this. It's like, when can everyone just sit back and like be like, okay, you go whatever, right? Go to whatever store you want. This chick hasn't been in Walmart in how long?
5 months.
5 months.
I have not stepped foot in a Walmart in 5 months. I can't do it. I refuse. I just can't do it. You know that I used to go to Walmart all the time.
We stopped going to Walmart for a while, and then she'd be like, I'd be like, where'd you go? She said, I just had to go to Walmart, walk around. We ain't been there for so long, I missed it. I just had to go in there. She loved going to Walmart.
No, I have not been to Walmart in 5 months, and do not plan on returning to Walmart anytime soon.
Squish, like, come on now, I go in there all the time.
Well, I know. Go ahead, Squish. I can find everything I need that Walmart has outside of Walmart. I've discovered this.
Amazon's got everything.
PD, welcome.
Actually, I haven't even been ordering a whole lot of stuff on Amazon because Amazon majorly pissed me off.
Yeah, that is Night Train's town. Very, very close. They got washed out there. It's sad to watch that stuff. So,
yeah, Crystal, I hadn't been ordering anything on Amazon either.
Amazon, oh my God, you want to talk about
it? Yeah, right.
Dude, they are marking stuff up. So when the dude got his divorce from a trillion to a billion,
No, you got that backwards.
Or backwards. Trillion. He freaking. I saw prices that night go up a couple $. I was ordering parts for a build for someone, and I was ordering a camera. I was like, okay, I paid this. I was like, $5 and some the shipping. Are you simple? Throw it in the box with the other stuff. I ain't paying that shit. I told her, I said, take that shit off. I said, we're gonna get that camera somewhere else. And no joke, we found it was on Amazon for what was it? They were trying to like mark up. Normally the camera is like $20. They were trying to get 30. Was it $38 for that camera? I was like, they are simple. And I seen that just not there. Like I was looking last night at the drivers, the tools that you work on them with, because I broke my 2.0 one and a 2mm one, and unbelievable the price gouging you're seeing going on.
Yeah. And it's on everything. I mean, and of course,
Everything, yeah.
Everybody's getting locked down. You couldn't find filament anywhere, and if you did, the price was ridiculous.
Right.
And just last week I bought a 1,000 mg bottle of resin, and it cost me $26. I said, "Well, hell, I'm gonna go ahead and get me another bottle." Went back on the day, it's $33. What is it? A commodity? Is it a commodity? Is it corn, orange juice? What in the hell?
The same brand.
He got a divorce.
The same brand TPU that I used to buy, right? I used to buy it for 20 or 22. It's now 28 or 32. I'm like, what the hell?
Like I said, I still can't find TPU in stock.
Yeah, TPU is usually TPU and PETG. Man, was you could get those fairly decent price. And you can't find it. What I've been buying now is what I print now. I print PLA Plus.
Mr. Crowley, welcome.
And PLA Plus it's a go. If you like PLA, you're gonna love PLA Plus because it is. I mean, it adheres. It's strong as hell.
Is it?
Yeah, PLA Plus, and there was another one, PLA.
How strong is the Plus versus the PETJ?
It's PLA Plus is compared to regular PLA. It doesn't even. I mean, I wouldn't even put it in the same category.
Wow.
Just it looks good when it prints. The layers adhere so good. When you do a 0.2 layer height, you don't see as much as that layer height as you do in regular PLA, and it's strong. I mean, it's strong as all get out.
Nice. I have to try run some of that stuff. I haven't run none of that yet. I've run. I was printing those solo lids in PLA, which was fine. But what I was finding was if I did this, I couldn't do that. The PLA would start popping on the seams here, and I was like, I'm not putting that out there. Someone go to grab their cover up off their table and do this, and it pops the tabs off on them. And I told anyone if it happened, just hit me back and we'll take care of it. But yeah, this is real strong. The PETG I've noticed. And Rhino Indigo, he printed some frames out of this stuff, and he was right happy with the durability and all he got out of it.
Yeah, PLA Plus, and also use something that's called PLA ST, and ST is for super tough.
Okay.
But, it is. It is pretty tough. It does work pretty
nice.
Good. And I think I got 2 rolls of gray, and one's kind of a matte gray, so it's not a glossy gray.
Right.
It looks good too. But hell, I go back to buy it, and hell, I can't find none of it.
Damn. I was looking at yellow TPU last night, I think it was, and I saw it on Amazon. Now, I didn't click on it, pay attention if it was available. I clicked on it, but I didn't pay attention if it was available or not. I thought it was, though. Did you get that thing built, Sean?
Maybe things will settle down one day, and we'll get back to...
Things settle down one day. Oh, God, I could only wish.
This guy's probably got the whole right side of his garage full of filament already, though.
Mine?
Yeah, I know you got
I got a few rolls now. A few
rolls. That's only down at his feet.
I guarantee you, I got 100 rolls back here.
I like all your hand sanitizer that you put on Instagram.
Do I know?
All your hand sanitizer that you bought that you put on Instagram.
I got a little bit of hand sanitizer. You want to buy some?
He packed the truck up to the liquor store. Blow her up, boys.
Yeah. You need it, I got it.
Man, that stuff that the dispensaries are putting in bottles and calling hand sanitizer.
Oh Lord,
Oh, right here, look.
Yeah, we got some of that. We got some of that at work.
Dude, you could drink this stuff. We burned
It
it.
looked like a liquor bottle.
Yeah, right. We put some in the lid and burned it. It burns a blue flame.
A
You can put this
beautiful
in
blue
your
flame.
lawnmower and start it. I promise you.
Now, what that is, now I've seen that. Now you've got isopropyl alcohol, and you use that for hand sanitizer, and it's actually called Handy I or isopropyl. What that is you could actually probably drink that because that is that's alcohol like like white liquor is.
Right.
Because it's got a different smell. It doesn't smell like isopropyl. It's got the smell. What is it called? I can't remember.
No, it almost smells like Everclear liquor. I swear to God, it smells like rot gut liquor when you crack that seal.
Yep.
And
So that is
for a long time.
I can't remember what they call it. We got some jugs at it at work, and I cracked one of them open. I was filling up my hand sanitizer, and I smelled that. I said, "Oh man, made my mouth water a little bit."
Wait, Neal, you're not supposed to drink that. Oh shit, y'all never told me.
I was trying to sanitize.
Man Cave Hobbies, welcome.
What's up, He?
Oh, Heath, is that what it is? Okay.
Yep.
I did not know that name. Oh, there you go, Mike. That's some potent stuff there.
Birdman, what's up, brother?
Raz, what up? Ray. Birdman, what's up? Appreciate y'all stopping by.
Captain, John would like some ear savers if you could make him some.
Oh, I got him, John. I got him.
He's probably done printed like 1,000 of them things.
I got him, John, man. I'm the worst.
No, he stopped at 500. There you go.
Yeah, and I printed these for you, John, man. I'm sorry. I'll get these out Monday, man. I promise. But I got these. I got some black ones over. I got some black ones over there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. That's yeah. I got some black ones.
Chris Hope. I remember him. What did he used to come on? Chris Hope.
I ain't forgot you, John.
I knew Chris Hope. Birdman said, "Do you watch Chris Hope videos?"
Chris Hope. Chris Hope from Georgia. What?
I'm sorry. John said, I need those, bro. My wife bought some baby masks that got me those lawnmowers.
You damn shit sound like that.
Just picturing that, and I've seen so many different masks and all.
Oh.
So yeah, one of our IT guy insists on wearing a mask constantly.
All right, John. All right, there they go. Here's an envelope and some stamps. I'll get them out to you, man.
Now he has to actually put the ear savers in the envelope, right on that envelope, and put that stamp on there, and then mail it. So that's only a small portion of that, John. Hang on. You know I love you, babe.
Oh, the old Crown Victors, them things was ball. They run them around here. They jack them up, put the big wheels on them. Them things, they put dual exhaust on them. They'll get out and go though.
Put them 30s on them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, back up turn. Corner.
Somebody do an 8-point turn in the middle of the road.
Exactly. But yeah, shit, they'll run with the truck all day long, no doubt. I still got up there in my email.
We safe, Heath. How you doing, man? I know y'all getting hit hard over there too. Hell, they getting hit harder than us, smaller as their little country is.
Oh yeah.
Well, they've actually been put on a much longer lockdown than we have as well.
Yeah. You ain't sending me no damn money, John.
if they tried to lock us down for as long as they have locked them down, there would have been much bigger riots than what there were.
Dr. Watson in the house. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not get a hold of Chris's phone. That is my fault.
I didn't even realize neither. I was texting 40 minutes before we went live.
You found your son after 24 years. Great
Whoa.
day, Heath.
That's good, I guess. I don't know.
Lisa, I'm a little upset. Well, that's your fault. You were talking to Doc. I wasn't. So technically, it's not my fault.
I texted you. You didn't get it? So we're going.
You got to hit that button that says send, man. I do it all the time.
No. You know how Chris texts. Okay, you understand. So last weekend was a prime example of a criticism text. So we were going to meet up with Josh, Edron, and Joe Ford.
Vampire was going to come, but
and Doc was going to meet us here, and then we were going to go meet them in Delaware. So Doc asked Chris what day we were going to go. Chris texts back, Saturday. And it's going to rain, so it looks better. Or it's Saturday, it's going to rain, so it looks better than Sunday. But he meant Sunday because it was supposed to rain on Saturday. No commas, no nothing. So Doc took the first word, Saturday. So Chris flew Saturday, him and Doc, and then Chris and Doc flew with everybody else on Sunday. Because Chris can't text.
I wake up at 9 on Saturday just for some odd reason. Well,
that's early for you, huh?
I know, right? Probably a little after 9, and I turn on the camera and I say, like, somebody sitting out in the front yard, like, that's Doc. I was like, shit, you hear it now? I might as well charge the batteries. Here it is, Doc. Here's the 7-inch I was flying today I was telling you about.
Whew, I'm glad. I didn't know what he meant by that. Show me your 7-inch.
You thought for sure I didn't have to do it. I just run on a freestyle. This is actually the Eachine Tyro 129. For $129, I'm telling you what, these quads are really worth it. So here's one that's long, that has the GPS and everything on it. Got the, let me move the prop there. Got the module right there.
Yeah.
So this one's got GPS rescue on it. Like I can set it out, if I lose video, it'll just flip a switch. But yeah, these are at Doc 7 inches. I'll chase that alien next time we get together, one of them. They're rated for 5S, but I ran 6S packs through this thing today. And these motors are real nice on them. The only thing, they got a hard wire on them. But for $129, it's well worth it. And you get everything in the kit for $129.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Long range. 7 inch. It might not look big, but it's pretty good size.
Yeah.
Squish said I was cooking. That's what woke you up. I said, no, I got woke up after the fact.
She was cooking. But yeah, it's fun. Like I said, go out and fly. The Apexes, I don't know. I like flying them, but then I like still flying my stuff on the wall too. So I took the Beast out this past weekend. That's a monster there. That freaking thing. Flies pretty good too. Got it just about there. The footage never turned out. I don't know what was up with that.
That's awesome, Heath. So he found his son after 24 years. He likes quads, Star Wars, and 3D print.
Nice.
Bought him a Parrot Bebop last week. You got the Bebop from JD? I ain't seen JD in a while.
I gotta go check out his channel. I haven't watched JD.
I haven't seen JD in a while, man.
You want me to show Cap my 10-inch? I don't know if I can pull that out on screen.
Oh Lord, shit's getting deep in here. Don't sit on me.
This is how I decided to spend $600. Freaking things.
Yeah, I feel you on that one,
Monster.
Neal.
$20 for a set of props for it.
Damn.
And when you hit the ground once,
Boom.
they break. I mean, they're solid. But it was fun to build. Now this thing will do some. Going to do some range one day. I got it set up to do it. I just haven't really sent it out. I think. Well, what I do is.
And yes, the crazy fool does the flips and rolls with something that big.
Oh yeah, you gotta flip and roll. If you don't flip and roll it, you might as well just throw it on a shelf and keep it up there. But what was that I went to your house with it, Doc? You said it was about a mile we went out to those trees, almost a mile, a little over a mile. Mr. Crowley, check out I know Bang Good. I'll bow my head as I say that. You get them from Bang Good, so you'll have to wait a little bit. I'll tell you guys a trick with Bang Good when you order. When I used to be their affiliate, I figured this out. What you have to do is everything you order from there, get it priority mail. Then it doesn't come through the slow boat, it comes through the air. I was told that by the rep. But you can go to Banggood and look in it's the Eachine Tyro 129. It's $129. At least that's what it used to be when I bought these two here. So hear that motor. And if you want to pick you up a printer, one of these awesome printers here, you can print your house with these things. Freaking cool. They look like space age machines sitting there. People were like, that's a printer? Like, hell yeah. So is that the tube of printing stuff in between them?
No, that's a silicone mat. That's for hold on.
Okay.
That's a silicone mat that you use for that. So that's a 3D printing pen.
Yeah. Hey, so look, now that you pulled that out, Raz FPV in here. Dude, let me show you something. Let me find it. I was messing with it, getting the holes right for it, Ray. Look, I'm Gary. Walk over to the monitor. Look at this, Cap.
Yeah, that's from a 3D printing pen.
Yes, he took a 3D printing pen and made this.
Yeah, you can do some cool stuff with it.
Dude, he is really talented with it.
Yeah.
You remember that one I had over here? I think, remember I had it in the corner. Got it from that M4 place. One day he was doing something. I was like, oh, he would mold it with a heat gun. He'd take just the TPU off the roll, mold everything with a heat gun, and mold it the way he's pretty good with it, doing it too. And I was like, man, I got a printing pen that you'd love to have. And I sent that thing to him, dude. He put that thing to work. He made so much stuff with it. His cars, he come off the hood and made like a FPV thing for it. He made like a canopy for his quads. Really, really, really talented with it.
Yeah, I actually bought that one I actually got it for Caroline to mess with. I don't mess with it much, but she likes to. You got to watch it with kids because that tip gets hot.
Oh, hot, right. Yeah,
she'll watch me do it. And that's about as far as we go with it. I don't want her to burn herself with it.
Well, as she gets older, I'm sure she'll.
Oh yeah.
She'll be sitting there out doing your machine soon.
Yeah. You're talking something. You know how long it takes to heat up your hot end on your printer.
Oh yeah.
That thing right there will go to 200 degrees in less than a minute. I mean, it's that quick.
Right. Yeah, I noticed it when I used to mess with it. It got hot pretty quick.
Yeah, they do get hot quick. But yeah, they're pretty cool. So I got that silicone mat. It's smooth on one side, and on the other side, it's got stuff you can trace out on it. Animals and all kinds of stuff. You can
okay, I got you. So okay, like a mat like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love the Mamba stacks, Chris. I hear you. Dude, I run the Mambas for a long time. I still have my Mambas. They're just in my different quads here. I went over to the Falco. I struggled bad with it in the beginning. So their harness, somehow the wires got mixed up. My fault. I should have double, triple checked the harnesses. I'm never a plug and play guy, but I was being lazy that night and just plugged it in, smoked that. But one good thing they do, and it's really cool that they do this. So the other night, I told you I hit the wall and smoked that quad. So I run the Falco stuff now, and a brand new ESC. I was soldering something, and Crystal I thought she was going to show me something, so I turned like this, and the motor wire went like this, flicked off the tip of my soldering gun, went right across the ESC, and it solder splattered it. But as you can see, there's a hole in the center of that. That's because Flight One, what they do is they have a I guess you call it like a forgiveness program or something, because they don't want it back. So they allow me to punch a hole in 2 of them and write a code on them, and then they give me $23 each for these. And then that's $23 code off of Flight One or your whatever you shop at. But the Diatone Mambas, man, you cannot beat them. I haven't bought one in a while. I bought the Mini last week. Getting ready to buy another one tonight or tomorrow. But the 405 30x30 stacks haven't bought in a while. But I can tell you, when I was buying them, they were around $45-50. Solid. You can run 6S on that thing, bulletproof. Man, I never had no problem with them. But yeah, the Flight One stuff, I struggled with it, but I'll tell you, it's well worth it, because if you don't like tuning, you want to just get that quad. You see all these big guys out here flying, and they're flying super smooth quads and everything. This is probably your best bet, because you could go ahead, buy the ESC, buy the flight controller, wire it all up, then go in. It's preset. So you do everything through your goggles. The Wizard does it all for you. Find your VTX, find your receiver, and then you just do presets. So you can go in there and put Willie FPV. I think that's his name. I'm not sure. Y'all will know his name. But yeah, put his presets in there. It's good. So KISS and beta and all is another side of things, but I'm saying as far as like going in and dialing something in is like more or less default. It's like pretty much on point with that. So I switched over to the Falco stuff and burning them up left and right here lately. I gotta stop doing that stuff. I built over 100 drones and never burnt one up, and then I'm having like brain farts here lately and just messing stuff up. But the splatter could happen to anybody. It just happens. I say it in my videos, make sure you cover up your electronics as you're soldering. I didn't do it, so it was bound to happen. I'm human, so that's what that shows. But I'm glad they let me do that, punch a hole and then give you a code in it. That's pretty cool. Doc, I'm not Chuck. What's he saying, dude?
And he said, just get kissed the last time.
Oh my God, get kissed. I should have known he was going to say that. But, yeah, like I said, it's cool to hang out, figure out what you've been into, the printing, obviously. How's your fish been doing? Been fighting good, or?
Well, it seems when I get time off, it's raining. So I hadn't been in 2 weeks.
And they closed you down, right, due to the COVID thing? You couldn't go out?
Yeah, I couldn't do anything. When I went, the first time I went, that's when they opened the beaches back up. But they were open, and you could go running, you could go swimming, you could go surfing, but you couldn't go fishing. Because you couldn't have coolers or chair. I don't take a chair anyway. I don't sit down. But I do have a cooler, but you couldn't have coolers. And then they finally opened it back up. And because I thought, the best part of the fishing year was gone, spring. But it's like nobody was out there catching fish,
Right.
So there was a bunch of fish when you did. So I had, my first time back, I had a good day, caught a lot of fish. And right now, of course, during the week when I'm working, they're killing the trout, and Spanish mackerel, and they're killing them when I'm at work. But I'm not going down there. I'm not standing in the rain to fish. I'll tell you that.
You hear that shit, Doc? He ain't doing it. Freaking Doc's crazy. We go flying, man. This guy's standing on top of the tallest thing and flying shit. I'm like, no.
This fool climbed up on top of a railroad tunnel and was flying.
On the edge too. He didn't stand back for. He was like out on the
Nah.
edge. I'm like, no.
He tries to give me a heart attack.
Man, I stand up there. I went all the way up there, but I had to traverse over like kind of a rock, and I decided the rock or hit the ground. That's a whole lot of hamburger to fall.
That's smart when you get on the ground.
Yeah, that bitch will be ground meat when she hits the bottom.
Dude, you would too. This was way. You looked at it, it was like, oh, he's freaking crazy. He's standing out there on the edge, orbiting himself. They smashed the limb above him. At that point, I took a step over. Oh!
Now, Razvan, I agree. You know, if that's where I had to fish, you know, in snow and ice, that'd be fine. But let me tell you, I've been called out in lightning storms. You know, I used to offshore fish, Gulf Stream and all that. You know, I've been called out with water spouts and all that shit. But the last time I got called out on the beach in a lightning storm, I promised the good Lord above I'd never push my luck like that again, because I was scared. You know, I was running and ducking behind sand dunes trying to make it back to my vehicle, and just dropped all my shit and just left it on the beach. I didn't care about it. I'm running and ducking.
Just trying to get back. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I live down in the South. It can be sunny one minute, and you look up and see this little bitsy cloud up there, and next thing you know, it's throwing lightning out of it and raining on you. So I decided, yeah, I'm not pushing that envelope anymore.
I bet. Hell yeah.
I've been fishing a long time, and I don't want to die doing it. So
Freaking Bob goes
I was
out.
gonna say Bob fishes in the snow and the ice.
No,
yes, sir.
I
Hey,
remember when I first met him.
it's just cold, you know.
Freaking truck barely making up the path. He was like, yeah, I'm going out here and get my little spot and do some ice fishing. I'm like, man, the closest I can get to that is go and grab some fish sticks.
And that shit, you know, and I do it if I don't mind fishing the cold. Now I have, you know, and what cold we get, you know, I go trout fishing, and you know, 20 degrees, that's the best weather to catch trout, speckled trout down here, and it doesn't bother me at all, man. I put my chest waders on, I'm standing, you know, waist deep in the water and fishing. It don't bother you because you got a mission. You know, when you're on mission, it doesn't matter how cold or how hot it is.
But if you ain't got them boots or them waders, boy, and it comes up on you.
Yeah.
I don't like playing with the water neither. I'll fish off the shore thing kind of deal, but the whole boat thing, nah. If something happens, you can't just get out and ask for help.
No. You know, every weekend I was 100 miles offshore. Every weekend, 100 miles offshore.
Oh,
and
no.
you know, my worst nightmare. Grew up on the water. My worst nightmare is something happening and me being lost at sea. You know, that's my worst nightmare.
Right.
But it never entered my mind. When I'm doing that, never entered my mind. They're telling how many miles I've done on the ocean. Never entered my mind. But that's my worst fear, is something happening.
Oh, yeah.
Me being out there in the middle of the night, floating in the ocean. How I got shark repellent naturally built into me, because there's going to be a brown cloud around me all the time.
Right.
But that's my worst fear. But it never, you know, when I was out there doing it,
Yes,
I
sir.
never thought about it. I didn't like to think about it.
Right.
I've had many friends that it's happened to, but I just had a good time and tried to keep it. But man, I couldn't. No.
I had an option to go out with a guy, and if that's what he did, he went 100 and some miles out off Ocean City, and he wanted me to fly the quad, and he put out these traps for tuna, I think it was. They went out hunting for, and the dolphins kind of came up, and then the whales come up behind the dolphins, and he said it was beautiful. He's like, man, you capture that on footage. I'm like, dude, I don't know. That's a long plan for me.
Yeah.
Big, huge boat. I mean, nice. I say boat, but
It don't matter, hey, bud. Titanic was a big boat too.
Don't
That bitch is sitting at the bottom right now. It don't matter. There's nothing. You cannot build a ship or boat big enough to mess with Mother Nature. You can't. You just can't do it. You know when they put out a small craft advisory, right? You know what a small craft is considered? Anything under 100 feet is considered. 100 foot is a small craft.
Jesus.
So
100 feet. That's a big ass boat.
that's big.
Damn. Jeff, I have saw that with the Zing motors kind of getting scarce because I've been beating them up pretty good here and like keep ripping the stators off of them. I got a pile of them here. I was salvaging for mine. I keep just tearing the bolts right out the bottom of them, which I'm gonna do what Doc said. Put them up in there. He said if you put a bunch of flux on it and solder, you can actually get it, and the screw actually holds. So it'll be like soldering the stator on in the screw.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that. I have to because yeah, I've seen them too where they're like getting ugly, and I love the Zing Primos. Those things are heavyweights when it comes to motors. Like they work real well.
John, no, it wasn't a charter. Me and a buddy. We actually had a king mackerel fishing team we did together, and we just head offshore every weekend. We'd leave Friday nights. We'd banker up about 40 miles offshore. We'd grouper fish all night. Sun come up Saturday morning. We'd head to the Gulf Stream. Steeples were about 77 miles. We go a little bit past that and fish that. Spend Saturday night out in the Gulf Stream and then head back in Sunday morning. So no, it wasn't. It was just me and a buddy. I mean, that's all we had. When it was something to happen, this is all we had was me and him.
Right? 100 miles out? No.
Yeah. That's a ride, buddy. That's a ride right there.
Your
now.
boat would have to be as big as the island for me.
We fished a 33-foot hydro sport. What we fished out of.
33 feet out to the now.
Center console. The only thing you go below the console.
I bet you still hook on some nice stuff out there, though.
Oh yeah. Sailfish, wahoo, marlin. Yeah. So when you go to Gulf Stream, man, you see things out there. You want mako sharks.
Oh my God, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big as your boat.
Yeah. You go from when the continental shelf drops off, you're in 45 or 50 feet of water, and then when that drops off, and you get to Gulf Stream, it goes down to 600 feet immediately, and the water is cobalt blue, and the temperature, it may be 30 degrees here on shore. You're in a t-shirt and short pants out there because it's 80 degrees because of the temperature of the water. In January, it's 80 degrees out there because of the temperature of the water. But you see things out there that'll, I'll tell you what, it made me quit scuba diving. The things I saw out there.
That's what Doc.
I didn't know that shit was down here. What the hell?
That's what he does. He's just down in Florida. He did some scuba diving. We were talking about it.
Yep.
If anyone wants to know if Cap's still flying, you guys would know if he was flying. He put a video on his channel, so you kind of know the whole drone thing. He really isn't crazy about flying like me, so please chill with the questions about that. Appreciate it. Not that I'm trying to answer his questions for him.
But I missed it. What was it?
He kept asking, "Were you still flying your Unique?"
Oh, every now and then I'll take the that big thing.
I hear you, Squish. He said,
every now and then I'll take the Unique out, the H.
Squish said, "F that, I'll catch some perch and catfish off the dock." Yeah, because like I said, I don't know, me, when I just feel like you get way out there, something happens, like you said, nature.
If you're 3 miles offshore, you're screwed.
Oh, yeah.
People say, "Oh, I can't go if I can't see land." Well, let me tell you, horizon is 13 miles.
You can see it, but that don't mean your ass can swim to it.
No,
Or touch it, right?
13 miles is when the curvature of the earth is going to, land's going to disappear. You ain't swimming that shit. I hate to tell you that.
Yeah, that would be cool. Scuba diving and going down and spear fishing. I bet that is no other fishing. That's probably the most funnest shit out there, I bet.
we used to do spear fishing and lobstering. We go catch
Oh
lobsters.
yeah, the lobster dudes. That's crazy. I watched some YouTube videos of that. That's crazy to do that.
Shit was fun, man. It was fun. I did it. I did it for a long time. I mean,
Traveling.
I got certified when I was like 18 years old, and I did it for a long. A friend of mine owned his own business, his own dive company, and man, he called me every weekend. Hey man, what you doing? What you got in mind? Come on out. I'm taking some people out on a dive out to WR24. You want to come with us? Hell yeah, I'll come with you. What the hell? I kind of got tired of it. You know, I'm that guy. I'm one thing to the next.
See?
All right, I done that shit.
Always got
Come on, what's
along.
next? Yeah.
You and I
That would be
we
cool,
were
yeah.
always the ones that bounced around, but it looks like you found your niche with the 3D printing, and I've kind of settled into my niche with the photography.
Yeah.
They don't get to see my niche.
Yeah.
She's become right good with that camera. I'd have everything all blurry still. She'll give it to me and say, take a picture. I've learned to press the button real easy and let it focus and then take the picture, because the other time it'd be like, what did I take a picture of? I can't even see it. I told her my camera's on my drone flying around, yours in your hand. Mine don't have the push button. I push the button one time when I take off, one time when I land. I go by and grab stills out of the footy when I get it.
You cheat.
All right, Heath. See you later, buddy.
Night, Heath. Thanks for stopping by. He said, did you catch fish, bro? That would be cool down instead of throwing the line out and waiting to grab something to grab it. Go down there with a scuba gear set up. Like, yeah, I'll take that one. Spear.
Now, we used to do, we go grouper fishing, and you hook up with a big grouper. Now, you got to be quick with them, because what will happen if you don't set that hook and pull real quick, they'll go inside these rocks, and then you can't get them out. But we had a weapon for them. They get hung up in them rocks. We put on scuba gear. We dive down and follow the line down and pull their ass out of that hole and then bring them up in the boat. Now, I'm talking about big grouper. I mean, we're fishing with electric reels. These are not, you can't crank them up. You got to have hooked up, hit a button and crank them up. That's all you can do with them.
That's crazy, electric reels.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing. We'd feel he got in the rocks, man, shit. You wouldn't turn around, somebody's got their shit on and over the side. They're going to get it.
Come here, you ain't getting the line. That's crazy.
Doc Watson, no, I've never, that was one thing I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to go fishing in the Keys. Been to the Keys, never done any fishing down there.
I don't know.
Should be.
Yeah, grouper will, I mean, they're not stupid. They'll get in those rocks and try to cut that line. And we just go down and get them. That was back in my wild days, though.
Back in your wild days?
Yeah. Now I want a grouper, I just go buy it.
Now you go to the grocery store. Or to the market. Yeah, Doc used to live down in the Keys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to go. I mean, shit, there's a lot of places I love to go fishing there. Mexico, Grand Cayman. I mean, yeah. I mean, you think all the places, you know, you watch all these fishing shows on Saturday morning. You know, like the Spanish fly fishing with this guy, man. I do not eat bluefish. No, John. I know a lot of people that do. I don't care for them. I catch bluefish. I give them to friends. I have had, John, I'll tell you, I have had a fish stew that was made with bluefish. Wasn't bad, but you know, you catch a bluefish, you got to bleed them. You know, you got to tarpon. Now, yeah, not,
very oily.
we got tarpon up here. You go in the mouth of the Cape Fear River. I've caught a few tarpon there.
I'm not going over.
No big ones, you know. You're not getting those 150 pound tarpon. But we got, you know, it's not bad down there. It's not bad tarpon fishing.
Egg roll, anybody?
Adam had a Chinese
Egg roll
earlier, so.
Egg roll.
I had Mexican. damn cilantro. They put. Oh God, the cilantro is killing me right now.
I was gonna try to think. What did you have every Saturday? What was it? Harris Teeter. Was it Saturdays?
Oh, well, yeah,
No,
we get
it
the
was
lobster.
Thursday.
We get the what?
It was Thursdays.
Zero.
Oh yeah, we'd have the yeah, we'd get the meals from Harris Teeter, like the steak and the lobster. And
What was the one meat, Neal?
Steak.
It wasn't steak.
I can't think of it. Look,
Prime rib?
yeah, that's it.
You never go around. He'd be like, Crystal, we had that stuff, wasn't it?
Prime rib, that's what it was. I knew that. Sharks and rays.
Damn, John said he slapped someone for an egg roll. Bro, I got another one out there. Who wants to get smacked?
That other egg roll's mine. So
You'll be in trouble. What?
So I spent a couple months in marathon. Been to marathon.
Marathon.
Florida.
Oh,
Yeah, the only fishing I've ever done in Florida. I did some surf fishing in Cocoa Beach, and that's about all the fishing I've done down there. Cocoa Beach, and did some fishing off of.
Nobody's still in here from Florida.
It was now.
It's going great. They Doc earlier, Love My Drones was in here. He's from St. Augustine, right?
St. Augustine, Florida. Yeah.
Greg's
from
down in Plantation.
Plantation. That's about all was in here tonight, I think, from Florida. No,
Dan was in here. Yeah, Dan.
Well,
How
Dan's
can I
not from Florida.
How can I
Dan's from
forget that guy?
He's a transplant who lives in Tampa.
He's a transplant, huh?
Yes, he's a transplant.
Yeah, he's from Michigan, isn't he? Originally.
He's not a from here. He's a come here. That's the way that goes. I don't care how long you've been there.
That's a good saying. You know, from here, you know, come here. I don't give a damn what you're saying. Damn.
It's just the way it goes.
In the Keys Marathon. Look, Doc knows marathon. No, Bob said I spent a couple months at a marathon thinking, damn, must have been a long marathon.
Yeah, and Florida's a fisherman's paradise. You know, I know they call Louisiana fisherman's paradise, but I think Florida is. But you know, Florida fishing reminds me of a movie. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It's called Gone Fishing. It's got Danny Glover, Joe Pesci. That is probably my all-time favorite movie. I've watched it so many times. That shit is
hilarious.
I'm gonna have to watch that tonight. That is, yeah. I mean, that's
shit they get into is freaking crazy. Fishing fit marathon. Yeah, Doc said he's like, we all gotta go to Florida one time.
That's gonna be an interesting trip.
That would be cool though, because I know they got some spots down there. That's like the whole underwater thing that DW had. I thought you'd have to be somewhere like Florida to do something like that. But then you see RC Sparks. He's got that one that he goes in that lake and stuff with.
The underwater submarine.
Yeah, I thought they would be really cool for like Florida and stuff like that for the clear waters.
well, you know, you really don't get into your clear water until you get really, really south in Florida, the Keys. You know, when you're up, you know, they got water like we do. You know.
Oh, okay.
When you get further south, of course, the water gets clearer. It's more of that tropical thing you imagine.
Right.
But yeah, man, they got bonefish though. You know, we don't have bonefish up here. And I mean, just you know, the flats and the mangroves and just. I could live down there. I mean,
dude, I could just have like one of them submarine things and just that water so beautiful like that. And I just got there, just ride around, look at the bottom of the ocean or whatever. Obviously not the bottom because it probably wouldn't reach that part where it's so deep. But you know, on YouTube I watched they do like the magnet fishing and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. You just keep throwing the magnet out and then
Yeah, hook something. Yeah.
Or you got the what? What's his name? Doll MD or something like that. The dude that goes down, scuba dives down and gets all the stuff. Remember he calls the police and stuff when he finds the guns.
Oh, I remember who you're talking about. I don't know.
Dolly MD or some stuff like that.
Reaper.
Reaper, there he is.
Oh, brother.
He's
Springs are clear. Yeah, they're clear. I actually did a dive down in Florida. We dove the Swanee River down in Florida. Of course, I went with my buddy, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, you're talking, crystal. You don't even think it's like you're floating. You don't even see anything. The water's so clear.
Wow. Good to see you too, Reaper. How's everything going down in Bama? I know they ain't coming up there messing with your house. It would be crazy. Great.
I think the further south you get, the less you see of that shit. I think the protesting now. I know in Raleigh and Fayetteville and places.
I don't
like
know.
that, but-
Apparently, Atlanta's bouncing off the walls.
He's got a new AR. So did Neal.
Hey, yeah.
Thanks to the neighbor, he had to outdo him.
I called a buddy of mine today, Horace. What you doing, man? He said, just got back from the gun store. I said, what'd you get? He said, got me a Bushmaster. What for? He said, I just felt I needed one. The guy where he bought it at is a place called Backwater. The guy got 100 of them in Wednesday. He sold 80 of them by Friday.
Jesus.
And I got lucky. I bought mine from Palmetto State Armory, which they make ARs, but mine's not. Mine's actually a Smith & Wesson, but I'm lucky I got that one because I've been trying to buy it all week, and boom, sold out. And I hit it. I think I hit it just right. Got a Diamondback. Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's what I did with mine. I got upgraded on mine. I got Magpul furniture on mine as well.
Apparently, they burned down the CNN building in Atlanta.
Good.
Well, that's what Squish said. He was on.
That was a good one.
But no, Honey Lulu had posted, "Be safe, Atlanta. Stay home." Apparently, somebody has already been killed out on the streets. So apparently, they're going a little crazy in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right? CNN, meet Karma. Karma's a bitch.
You think?
I've had to go to Atlanta a few times. I'm not crazy about that city anyway.
Yeah. The only thing, guys, that's good about Atlanta is I see Mr. Steele fly there a lot. I think that's where he's from, I believe, that area. Beautiful spots to fly. But to be in that area and deal with what's going on there now with the riot and all that stuff.
Holy shit. Reaper said the cartel killed 7 people close to his house last week.
Whoa.
Are you sure that was the cartel, or was that stupid protesters that had made their way to Reaper's area?
They try to get out there in Reaper's fields. They try to mess with the barn, damn it.
They said dive Atlanta, the AT&T building.
Oh, I know, right, dude? The spots down there are epic.
And he said, yep, it was a drug-related cartel hit. Jesus Christ.
Holy cow. Well, I guess
Squish said people are being killed in Atlanta all the time. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
And just seeing,
Squish, honey, remember, country hears about city, okay? I hear somebody gets shot in the street, I kind of worry about them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got no beef with the cartel. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that's right. As long as they hit who they're pointing at, I'm good, man. I didn't see nothing.
nothing.
Doc said they were killing for the Sour Patch Kids.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lordy.
So I have to tell this story. So last weekend we came across some called Stoner Patch dummies.
I guess we misread the package.
Yeah, we thought it said gummies and it said dummies. But but anyway, we open it up and there's 10 of them in the pack. You know, the normal, just like the Sour Patch ones. I go ahead and eat 3 of them. Crystal eats 3 of them, and Doc eats 3 of them.
I'm being framed. I don't know what he's talking about.
And I'm gonna tell you what.
And there is no evidence and no proof. So I'm being framed here.
3 little tiny Sour Patch Kids, and they will whoop your ass. Let me tell you. They put Doc in La La Land. He went to Sour Patch Land. Those things were mean.
Well, let's see. 2.5 hour nap felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah, right?
Something like that.
Gotta put up a curtain rod. You hanging curtains in your car now, bro? Squish that I hear they're good dogs. Oh man. Yeah, there for sure. Definitely. If you go into a convenience store, 7-Eleven, we just went and got a pack of Sour Patch Kids and we got the wrong package.
In the 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven. Or was it Rofa? I don't remember.
It's all kind of fuzzy. I don't recall.
God, they're a little too good.
Might have been a dude on the corner. I don't know, but we got him somewhere.
I think it was Rofo, maybe, though.
See, Crystal knows how to hide a body. I didn't eat those.
Right, good.
There's no evidence. There is no proof. I know where a package might be, but it's nowhere around this residence. That's all I'm going to say about that.
But the place where we want Elchester to fly, they actually have, it's like a real cool little river. Patapsco runs through there. We're actually going to get tubes and go up there and tube down the river. That's going to be really fun. Just get on that thing and just cruise. So me and Doc were like, we have to try to fly a quad. Imagine laying back on a tube going down the river, got your goggles on, and you're flying at the same time. Yeah, that's a skill right there. I said, well,
I can imagine that, and then imagine these 2 idiots hitting a rock and getting flipped out of the freaking inner tube. There goes the goggles. There goes the transmitter. The quad's heading down, God only knows where.
yeah,
and Rusty and I are
smoke
just
everything.
cruising on.
It's going to smoke everything because it's the electronics of your transmitter and your goggles. So it's a one-shot, one-kill type setup there, but it will be fun. Definitely fun to try. A little too good. Well, guys, I think we're going to end this. Let's go with Cap. We got 11 watching. Been on 9:44. So we've been on a good hour, about an hour and a half. So
Yeah, I got to go watch Gone Fishing.
He wants to go watch Gone Fishing now. Sit there, laugh the rest of the night.
I'll find that shit somewhere. My DVR fried, so I don't have it on DVR. I'll rent that shit somewhere. Somebody's got it.
You got Netflix?
Hell yeah.
It's definitely on Netflix, I'm sure.
Netflix.
So soon?
Where did I see it? I just saw it. Now it's crazy that you say that.
I actually got the DVD, but I don't know if I got a DVD player anymore.
I think I just had the
Computers play DVDs, babe.
I have this DVD book.
Yeah, I know, but I want to watch it laying down.
I just had that DVD in there. I just saw that Gone Fishing freaking logo on my head for some reason. But guys, we appreciate you hanging out. Cap, appreciate having you on.
I appreciate you, man.
Come back on, holler at us. Love to have you back. And fly your quads, break your quads. Watch the Stoner Patch Kids. They'll just creep up on you.
Have a good weekend, guys. And
Don't eat no sour dummies.
No sour dummies for dummies.
we love you all. Until next time, guys, stay safe and have fun.
Peace. And broadcast.